Welcome guys to another Marina's Racing League. This is F2, this is round season 2, rounds 23 and 24. This would be the end of the season, but we do have the re-race at Belgium to come. As you can see, we are at the glorious, wonderful circuit of Marina, and we do have Puppy Jr. as the first car to exit the pit and take an outlap. He is most of the way around the lap already. So Marina is one of those circuits that was made by Herman Tilke. As you will find out that how much I despise that architect. As for the corners, there is 21 corners. And that is 12 to the left and 9 to the right. Yeah, 12 to the left, 9 to the right. I do apologise. Just making sure I have my maths correct there. It does equate to it's 5.554 kilometres, 3.45 miles. And Lewis Hamilton set the fastest race time of a 1:39.2. Obviously, these cars are not going to go that fast, so hopefully we get to see a lot more. This is the only circuit that has a hotel, a theme park, a marina, all within the same complex. It also it is one of the only circuits that actually had a purpose-built island. This island was actually built for this circuit. It's not the only man-made island circuit, because there is one in Canada that is on a man-made island, so that is quite a few. It is a Grade 1 FIA safety license, so it can host any race. Opened in October 2009. Construction cost 800 million. That's an staggering amount, really, for one circuit. Okay, so back to our the Marina's Racing League. I'm on board with Puppy Jr. at the moment, as he is setting the first lap. He hasn't validated that lap, so unfortunately that will not count. But we'll still watch him as he goes around anyway to see how he is. Or what we'll do, actually, we'll jump on Benjamin Cardiff. They're doing quite well in the season. We'll get onto the the championship championship standings on a moment. Just bear with me whilst I do have a little look into all the details. Okay, so current standings, we have LH in the HWA on 239. We have Marina in the UNI Vitosi on 221. So it's still quite close. Those two still battling out for that win. Quad Duty in third in the Dams with 167. Very close behind them is Evil Hunter with 164. Apex in the other Uni Vitosi on 113. Magnus in the High Tech on 82. Drew in the Dams on 79. Reagan in the Campos on 77. Correct Savant in High Tech on 43. RG in the Shiraz, Shiro, as I should say, with 32 points. We have Green Ace in the Trident on 30. Nismo in the Shiro in 23. Benjamin Cardiff in the Carlin on 23. Monopon and Mr. Poli himself in the Prima with 8 points. Liam in the HWA on 7. Cairo in the ART at 6. Tristan in the Prima on 2. We got Jason Woodhouse rounding off the point scoring positions in the Carlin with 1 point. We still to score points is Psycho Tubby and Tim Guy, ART and Campos respectively. Constructor Standards UNI Vitosi storming away with it with 334 points. Dams in seconds with 246. We're joined with HWA with 246. Trident with 194. High Tech 125. Campos 77. Shiro 55, Carlin 24, Prima on 10, and ART at the bottom there on 10. And I've just realised I've read the wrong scores. I do apologise. So let me read out those scores. So Univitosi on 368, HWO 280, Downs 279, very close for second place there. Trident 224, High Tech 127, Shiro 55, ART 34, Carlin 24, Prima and... oh my goodness. So yeah, Prima and Campos with no points. Campos being having only one driver. Standings: LH on 278. Reina 243. Evil Hunter on 194. Where Quadruti 1 point behind with 193. Apex 125. Drew 86. Magnus 82. Crixavon 45. Chavo 32. Green Ace and Trident on 30. Ben Cardiff on 24. Nismo on 23. Cairo 22. Second Tubby on 12. Tristan on 2. Still to scores Puppy Jr., Tim Guy, Devil's Nightmare, and we've got a vacant Campos at the bottom. So these are some new drivers. Puppy Jr. pulls in a time of 150.8. Ben Cardiff 153.6. Now, do apologise for that. I did make a mistake, but I got that corrected very quickly. Now let's have a look. Have we got anybody else? We've just got the 2 drivers out at the moment. We've only got 14 cars with us at the moment. Hopefully we do have some more joining us for qualifying, but we do have a long 30-minute qualifying session, so a lot of time for drivers to get out and about. We got Lexi saying hi guys. Hi Lexi, thanks for tuning in. I hope you and Herbo are having a great little breakaway, seeing the family. Hope you really enjoy it and get back fresh and bright and breezy. Ashley, I'm sorry, good evening. Ferret, how are you okay? And good luck to all drivers. Ashley, I am fantastic, thank you very much. Unfortunately, I am missing Herbo. My partner in crime is not with us due to the fact that he is going to see some family members. Long awaited visit of families. It's like, with lockdown, he's not been able to see him and his partner has not been able to see him in the family, so it is quite important that they did that. We do have Psycho Tubby and Puppy out on ours. Now, here's a great thing. One thing I found out about this gentleman here, Puppy, is that he is a D-pad driver. It's absolutely amazing. I kid you not. The guy is a D-pad driver. We've got Raina coming at evening. Oh, good luck today. Well, I'm going to pass my luck back onto Raina because I do hope to see him get some capital points here today. So we do have a nice showdown at Belgium for the championship. It'd be really interesting to see how these drivers do go. Right, I'm going to try and find who's the next to go. Right, I think it is Puppy. Puppy is our next driver to be going over the start-finish line. Obviously, with Abu Dhabi, Yas Marina, there is no corner names, unfortunately. So when I do the rundown, it is all about showing you what the drivers see at the corners. As Puppy is coming round the final corner to start his flying lap. Hopefully, we get a good lap from Scooby-Doo here. As we go, sets it off into turn 1 here, turn 1. Left-hander here. This is where you got to take a bit of careful, especially with the F2 cars. You've got to slow right down and then speed the way out. Around turns 2 and 3, you could easily lose the line coming out of turn 3, but you don't want to do that because it's really rough to get through there. Now onto 4 and 5. Now onto 6. And now around turn 7 here. Now turn 4 is one of those little, it's a back kink. So and then 5 and 6 is that little chicane before the 7 of the hairpin. Now we're onto the long straight. This straight here is where we most likely are to see the most overtaken should people get a good exit out of turn 7. A little bit of a squeezing moment here, so you make sure you got the nice line to line up here as you go around turn 8 and turn 9. Now here we come up to turn 10 here just before the DRS, and then it's kind of like this is not really a straight, it's more a flex. Doesn't count as a corner, but it's a flex of a straight around 10, 11, 10, 12 and 13 here. And now we go into the complex of the 90-degree turns here again. So we've got 10, 14. A bit wide there from Puppy, but he doesn't invalidate his lap as he goes around 10, 15 and 16, around 10, 17. I think 10, 17 is one of the hardest turns on the circuit because it's kind of, you come with quite blind. You've got to slam on quite strong. Around 10, 18 and 19. Another under the hotel bridge. Up onto 10, 20. Now turn 20 is one of those ones. You can take it a little bit quicker than what Puppy has taken it, but you've got to slow right down here for 10, 21 as it leads you into start finish straight. And let's see what we get. We're Puppy bringing a 1:51.4 and a fantastic lap there by Puppy Senior, only to be beaten by his son Puppy Junior, Scrappy Doo, as nicknamed by me and Hobo last week. Absolutely fantastic time. Alright, let's bring up. Let's get the telemetry up. Let's get the lap data up. And let's have a look and see who else has got. We've got Devil's Nightmare. Devil's Nightmare is new to the league again. I have seen this guy drive before. I just kind of vaguely trying to think out where I've seen him before. But regardless of that, let's see how he does as he comes around the last 3 corners. But he hasn't validated that lap. Unfortunately, we do have Psycho Tubby who is out as well. He's invalidated his lap as well. So nothing really to see at the moment. We've still got 17.5 minutes left of qualifying, and I'm hoping to see a lot more battling from our drivers. So yes, Marina is one of those purpose-built circuits. A lot of people out there would actually criticise the circuit due to the fact there is hardly any elevation. The corners are very similar to corners that you would see through many of Herman Tilke's circuits. I personally am one of those ones who don't like it either, but then again, I'm a commentator at the moment. I'm not a full-time racer, so it means that I've got to keep a peaceful mind regarding the circuit types. Hopefully we get to see a great battle today. So we're still on board the Devil's Nightmare as he is pushing out for a fast lap here. He's got to the point now where he's got to be using as much track as he can. We need to get around these corners at a quick pace. But this is a very nice camera angle as you see the car sweeping left and right across the screen. Around turn 14, he should be down picking the perfect lines. This is, at the moment, there's hardly any rubber on the ground, so you will find that they will be able to put in a faster lap later in the session. As we do know, we have got rounds. So let me go back. Let's remember what it is. It is rounds 17 and 18 to be redone at Belgium. The Devil's Nightmare has jumped into the pits. So Psycho Tubby there on. He's got like a low fuel warning there, so I'm not too sure whether he's going to be able to complete that lap. We also got Puppy Senior, so to say, who I do believe will be coming into the lap here as he has invalidated that lap there. And it is straight across into the pit lane. So I'm expecting Psycho Tubby to do the same. It is a quiet qualifying session at the moment. We are expecting a lot more to happen a little bit later on. So anybody listening, just give us let us know who you think is going to be winning today. What do you think about Puppy Senior being a D-pad user? I'm absolutely amazed by that. I'm hoping to see a lot more from the Puppy father-son combination at Prima, and hopefully we'll be able to get a nice high scoring race for them to get themselves off the mark. So anybody else, this race is sponsored by Sim Racer Coin. Now Sim Racer Coin is one of those is a sponsor for these drivers. The top 3 places do get rewarded with some cryptocurrency of SimRacer coins. What they can do with that coin is that they save it up for in the future. The SimRacer coin group are looking to make deals with companies such as Fanatec, Logitech, Thrustmaster, those kind of companies, to allow these drivers here to buy sim racing equipment through them using that currency. A bit like Bitcoin, just uses a different crypto setup. It is, if I remember, it's a category 21, which means it's it's at the highest security. So the chances are of this failing is very, very slim. But then nothing is ever 100% clear, is it? But I do have a very good faith in this sim racing coin being a positive way forward. So you do have Devil's Nightmare now coming out up to his final lap. Hopefully he'll be able to put in a good time now. See, this is with a half an hour qualifier. It does give people a lot of time to actually get out and about. It is about just short 2 minute of a lap, so you've got to think it's 6 minutes total for you to do an out lap, a fast lap, and an in lap. But that is if you're still putting a bit of pace going through your out lap and in lap. Which, if you don't, which a lot of drivers don't want to be doing that. They want to go around cautiously, learn the apexes, learn the corners. They should be practicing all week if they get the opportunity. Obviously, this calendar is a shortened calendar and it does run off differently from other leagues. So you probably are practicing different circuits if you're in multiple leagues. I'm unsure what's the next steps for the F2 sides of stuff, but I am hoping that the Reynolds Racing League does continue with F2 Sundays, because they are absolutely fantastic to be a part of. So we've got Coach Sorvald, who has been disqualified from the session. I'm not too sure why that has been. We've got Izzy. Good evening, guys. Good evening, Izzy. Thank you for joining me. Let us know what you think about the F2 race. If you are staying tuned in with us, I know you do like to bounce around to different to the other leagues that you are a big fan of. So just pop in, just say hello, a few messages if you can. Just let me know what you think. Obviously, with no hobo, it's a bit tough. As Devil's Nightmare puts in a 151.7. Ben Cardiff has put a 152.6. I do reckon that Ben Cardiff can do a little bit quicker than that. I have got full faith in him. As Puppy Senior is out on a soft tyre, so I think he's just getting a bit of practice in with these tyres to see how they feel. It could then work onto his strategy. We've got Quadruti, who is out on an out lap. So it'd be good to see Quadruti pull a good lap, because he's battling it right now with Eva Hunter. So there is 1 point in between them for third place. So they are going to be battling right to the end. Because no matter what position Quadruti comes in today, Eva Hunter can still pounce back on him on the next session. So Quadruti's now on his fast lap. We do have Kingsell Styles. I do apologise if I butchered that name, but he is also on an out lap. Still to set times are at the moment is Quadruti, Apex, Reina, Cairo, Styles, Tristan, LH, who is coming out, and Eva Hunter. I have got a sneaky suspicion that LH will put in the fast last, but I'm not going to discredit anything from Reina or Quadruti on that matter. And Eva Hunter has seemed to be he's picked up his pace over the last few races, and I do think it's all down to the fact that Quadruti is hot on his heels. So we've got Izzy's Let's Go Cairo. Absolutely Yeah, I'm on board with you on that one, Izzy. Cairo is... I am a fan favourite of Cairo's, but I would not let that take that away from my my commentary, but I do back him up. And we got Apex saying good evening. Good evening, Apex. I hope Shelley's going to be joining us to cheer you on today. Big fan of the super fan Shelley, who does support Apex through everything he does. Absolutely fantastic to see. We do like super fans here. So I'm going to run down at the moment of the times that we've got so far. We've got Poppy Junior on a 150.9. Sorry, 150.8. Second topic on 150.9. We've got Puppy Senior on a 151.4. Devil's Nightmare on 151.7. Could Duty gets a 149.3. Puts himself in provisional pole. Ben Cardiff on a 152.6. So I do wonder where Kinzel can get there. I do thank Wild Gamer for correcting me on that. And we've got LH on an outlap, we've got Cairo on an outlap, and Apex on an outlap. So it'd be quite interesting to see how these go. Do not know where to watch. I'm going to watch Kinzel because Kinzel is the next set time. As there is a yellow sector, yellow part in sector 3. It's all been cleared now. As Kinzel is going through those corners now. Hopefully we'll be able to get some time from him to say, to basically get him in the mix with the drivers above, because he is new to the league. So hopefully he can get some late scoring points. A bit wide on that corner, but keeps it valid and pops himself a 154.3. I am sure he's going to get faster. I think he'll go out now and do a fast lap. We've got Cairo on a fast lap. Where is he? He has come around 10.7, and we've got LH, who is also at 10.7. So I'm going to stay on board of Cairo, because I think Cairo is next to come through. Those two drivers. We do have Puppy, who is out on soft tyres. We do have Quad Duty, who's still out there as well. Out laps for Apex and Marina. So the two Univitosi drivers absolutely got to be smashing it, because they've got to be covering off to make sure that we don't have anybody creeping in to take their drivers' championship away from them. Cairo coming around the complex of 11, 12, 13 and 14 here. It does really well. Let's see how it does. LH is catching him. LH seems to be catching him, so LH looks like he's going to be higher than Cairo on the positions, as we are coming into the last 5 minutes. Going into the last 5 minutes of qualifying, which means drivers need to start thinking about getting themselves on an outlap. This may be the only laps some of these drivers could actually have. I don't know whether some of these drivers will be able to get 2 laps out, but we're going around the corner now with Cairo. Let's see where Cairo pops his time. Puts himself in second with 150.1. Let's go quickly jump onto LH as he's coming over the line. LH with a 148.4, almost a second quicker than Quad Duty. Quad Duty is a little bit quicker than his previous lap, so let's have hopefully he can get up there. Gonna skimmy down, because we do have Apex, who is coming around 10, 11 now. So he's halfway around the second. Marina has just started his fast lap. We've got out laps for Tristan and Eva Hunter, who still needs to set a time lap. I don't know whether Kinzel Styles will be able to get out in time to start a final lap. It needs to be very soon, because you need at least 2 minutes to get round the circuit, but you would want at least 3 so it's comfortable to get round. So Eva Hunter are now on his out lap, on his fast lap. Tristan still on his out lap. He's in the mix there with so I think that's LH with him. Let's have a look and see if LH has improved on his time. He has improved on his time, so LH could actually make that gap even bigger. As Kojuti jumps into the pits. Apex with 150.5 puts himself in provisional 4th, as his teammate Reina is coming around 10, 11 and 12 right now. It will be fantastic to see whether the Univitosi drivers could claim good points today to keep their lead solid. But Reina really does need to be scoring high points against LH to make any difference to the race. Hopefully we don't have any of the same what we've had in the last 3 weekends. Cairo has retired from the session. I think he's happy with what he's got. And Reina hasn't validated his lap, but he will smash it out again. Hopefully he'll be able to, like, let's see what... He would have got 149.3, which would have put him in third. So he needs to go smash this right now and get himself a decent score. Let's go jump down to Tristan. And where's Evil Hunter coming around 10:20 now. Around 10:21. Pops himself a second with a 149.001, almost 149 dead. So that there is the open battle between Kojuti and Evil Hunter. Kojuti now coming back out for another attempt at a qualifying lap. So he needs to use all this whole 2 minutes 30 right now to put himself in the best position possible for a fantastic fast lap. So that'll be quite interesting to see how he does there. Reina is my go-to guy at the moment, and Tristan. Reina coming around 10, 11, 12 and 13 there. Is actually doing fantastically well on that. We've got Tristan now. Is he coming around 10, 18 and 19 there underneath the hotel bridge? I'll tell you something, I would love to sit there and name all these corners. I would love where I could a job where I just go around naming corners of circuits I haven't got names. As Tristan now comes over the line, let's see what it is. Pops himself in 10th with a 151.3. It's actually quite... If you take away the top 4 drivers at the moment, the rest of the times are quite close. We do have Kinzel, who is a bit off, as Reina pops herself with a 1:48.9. A fantastic lap time there from Reina. And we're going to have a look at Kojuti. As Kojuti, where is he? He's still got a few corners to go before he is on his fast lap. I wonder whether Reina, I think Reina has slowed down. I think he's happy. Well, I wouldn't say he's happy, because I think he could have done with taking another 6.5 tenths off of that time to get himself on pole, because pole is needed for a good start at this race. Let's have a look. Kojuti now currently sitting in 4th, needs to get 2 tenths off his time. Where is he? Let's have a look where he comes through the timing sector. Let's have a look to what he's got. And he's put time on, not much, but just enough to make a fact that he's not going to be able to improve if this continues. He's got to he's got to get 3 tenths. 3 tenths of his to really make any impact into the times. He needs to get 4 tenths off if he wants to sit on the front row. It's quite tough, as we are counting down to the last few seconds now. And it's 4, 3, 2, 1, beep. That's it. That is the end of qualifying. Anybody crosses the line now will now have that time sealed. So we are looking at, we've got LH, Puppy Jr., Devil's Nightmare, Puppy Senior, Tristan, Benjamin Cardiff, and Kinzel. Unable to improve the times. Also Cairo, Apex, Psycho Tubby, and Correct Savant unable to do so either. We're looking at these 3 drivers, Reina, Evil Hunter, and Kojuti, to see what they can do at this very moment. So Reina's in the pits. Let's see what Evil Hunter does. Comes around the final corner. Very nice line for that. He takes up very nicely. He does not improve his time whatsoever. Let's say Kojuti, I'm not too sure whether he's able to improve his time. Not at all. So that is the roundup of our qualifying. So LH44 takes the same race of coin pole position there with a 1:48.3. Reina in second with 1:48.9. Evil Hunter on a 149.0. We have Kojiti on a 149.2. Cairo 150.1. Apex 150.5. Poppy Jr. on a 150.8. Devil's Nightmare on a 150.9. Psycho Toby on a 150.9. We got Poppy Senior, the D-Pad King, on a 151.3. And it's Devil's Nightmare and Poppy put the soft tires on. Tristan a 151.3. Ben Cardiff 152.6. And Kinzel rounded off at 13th with 154.3. Correct Savant was disqualified for an unknown reason. Let's have a look. Block in the pit lane. Correct Savant got disqualified for blocking the pit lane. So here we go. Lovely nighttime scenery there from the Yas Marina. Absolutely beautiful place. As in a beautiful country, beautiful place to be. Some beautiful cars out there. Although the second layout is probably not as the beautiful thing about it. Really, it's I find it quite monotonous, a little bit boring once you get through the first 4 or 5 laps. But this is F2, and F2 means that all these cars are structurally and mechanically the same. They have been team managed, slightly different, obviously, with the whole aspect of Reina's Racing League and the rules. They are with fixed setups, so they get to choose 1, 2, 3, 4 or 5. No custom setups for these drivers, which means that there's only 5 options for them to configurations they can have, which kind of like levels the playing ground a bit, because they tend to everybody tends to join choose the same one, which I believe would be setup 4, but some drivers may disagree, but setup 4 would be my choice. So here we go on to the water formation lap. 14 drivers in the race. I'm not too sure what's happened to the rest of our drivers, but it does seem like a smaller grid may mean less incidents, but it also means that more scoring points for a lot of drivers that don't necessarily get a lot of points. But it also means for drivers such as Kwajuti and Reina, it means that they have to make sure that they make the difference count. So Reina needs a big difference between him and LH, and Kwajuti needs to make sure he is in front of Eva Hunter today on both races to give himself the best chance into the final rounds of the season. Now, let's have a look at the tyres, because tyres are not like everybody apart from Reina is on the soft tyres. Reina going for the alternate strategy with the super soft to soft. I say that's quite bizarre. I really do think that these drivers, I would have thought there would be more alternate strategies. Well, I think everybody's the alternate strategist, because normally the Codemaster system would give you the super softs first and then the soft tyre. Reina sticking with that being the only one, which means that he will have, if he gets a good start here, gets himself out, an early safety car will benefit Reina more than anybody else. 16 laps of Yas Marina. I think we can do this. This will be followed by, if I remember rightly, I think it is 12 laps of the, it's either 11 or 12 laps of the sprint race, which means they don't have to have a pit. There is pit stop rules for F2, so you cannot pit in the first 3 laps. You cannot. You can't pit in the first 3 laps for your mandatory pit. You cannot pit under the virtual safety car. And Correct Savant and Kinzel has been disqualified. Probably minor touching. So these 2 naughty boys have been sent to the grid to start off with a little bit colder tyres. As LH now leads in the way to start to get onto the grid to start this race. So viewers out there, let me know who you think's going to win, who you think is going to get the podium. The top 4 right now are the ones I'm looking at. Cairo could cause an upset there. Sitting in 5th, Apex is always causing upsets for the front running drivers, as we are waiting for the lights. Let's have a look at 5, 3, 4, 5 red lights. They're out, and away we go, as we are starting the Reina's Racing League F2 here at Abu Dhabi, as Reina manages to get the jump and is followed very closely behind by Koduti. A little bit of wheel touch in there between the two drivers, but it looks like Koduti has managed. And Cairo up in third at the moment, battling it with LH. Absolutely fantastic. He will have to cede that place because he is running on the outside as Evil Hunter battles back, and Cairo back down at fifth. A little bit of a wheel touch in there, but Cairo still holds his fifth place. Absolutely fantastic start from all these drivers, especially Reina, Koduti, and Evil Hunter's jumped into third. LH slipping from pole down to fourth and could even lose more spare time to Cairo, because Cairo has had a good start, unfortunately not been able to progress and make it stick. As we filtered down, we can see that Puppy Senior in ninth there with the D-pad warrior, and that is going to be his name for this, as he lets his son take the lead, as his son had a better line coming out through that. These two drivers will work together to cover off the point scoring places. So as the feature race does have the top 10 scoring points, top 8 being reversed, and then the next race will be the top 8 haven't taken points, so it'll be quite beneficial for these mid-pack races to try and get into 7th and 8th to really do any significant effort for the next race. Obviously it's going to be a tough one, but I'm going to have a look at right now at the front here with Reina. Hold up quite well with Koduti right behind him. A little bit of a gap to Evil Hunter. Koduti wants to get past Reina to give himself the best standing, but then Reina really needs this win. He needs to have as many points as he can in front of LH, who is at the moment is behind Evil Hunter, and it looks like that this will be the way it's going to stick for a while, as we've got the timing band issues from Codemasters. Obviously this is a glitch that always happens and we cannot change it at all. But I am expecting Reina to really make open the door a bit more here with these super soft tyres and jump onto a set of soft tyres within 5 laps. I say 5 to 6 laps on those tyres. Give himself the best run in for those soft tyres rather than super soft. We do have a 3-second time penalty for a couple of our drivers. So Cairo picking up a penalty as well as Kinsell. Is it 3 seconds? Let's have a look. Let's double check on that. Yeah, 3 seconds for both drivers, so that will be multiple warnings. Unfortunately, that does mean that Cairo needs to work a little bit extra hard now to really hold himself in a good position and get some decent points. So viewers, just let us know how you feel about today's race. Let us know what you think about Abu Dhabi Yas Marina as a circuit. If any of you have driven it, you can let us know what you think the best strategy will be, whether it be super soft to softs or softs to super softs. Most of our drivers are picking the softs over the super softs to start on. Personally, I think that will be my choice as well. So it looks like we're going to have a little overtake battle between the two puppies. Puppy Senior, Puppy Junior, wheel to wheel at the moment. But it looks like Puppy Junior has slipped behind Puppy Senior at the moment, as Devil's Nightmare is battling it with Puppy Junior. LH sticking with the fastest lap at the moment. He does need to make massive effort to try and get past Evil Hunter, which he probably will do when they get to the long straight. Now the long straight is one of the longest straights in the F1 calendar, not the longest, which I believe it is held by Baku. As we are watching LH now try and take a nicer corner through the hairpin at turn 7. Evil Hunter does hold off well there, but LH has got a bit of a slipstream, catching up slowly. All these drivers are on a DS train all the way up to Reina, as Koduti really close, and slides it. Oh, luckily for Ghoston, but what this has done really is allowed. Okay, what I think has happened there is that Evil Hunter may have tagged Koduti and has allowed Koduti to get past back into second, What this has done really is basically open Marina up a bit. Now Marina's got that comfortable zone. He's not going to get caught by the DRS train. But Quad Duty, with that little mistake there from himself, either it was a contact between him and Evil Hunter, which I think was possible, or it was a slide out and Evil Hunter gave him the place back. But the fact that Evil Hunter gave him the place back means that Quad Duty is able to continue to try and close that gap down, which he has done. He's closed that down to Marina very quickly. So Izzy's, it's not the worst track, that's true. It's not one of the good ones either. That's true. So Izzy, what would you say is the worst track for you? I mean, I'm actually quite curious about that. Personally, for me, it's USA. USA is the most boring track, along with this. These are two of my worst tracks ever to commentate on wise. It all depends on the battles on board, because like at the moment we have got a few battles, but it does get very monotonous, very boring to commentate on for myself. But obviously I'm on my own today, which means I'm pulling my hair out. As I'm a little look around. To see where the battles are. So Psycho Tubby now looks like he could be closing in on Apex. DRS working well, but has he got enough to really make a move on Apex at the moment? Not at all. But he just has to hold it in there, keep it nice and tight, because there is the next DRS zone that Psycho Tubby could use, as he is half a second behind. I wonder whether it's going to make any difference. Looks like he's closing back up again. 4 attempts. As Apex is a little bit left and right there. And Izzy's comment, she hates the Australian track in the game, but loves it in real life. You know, I can agree with you on that. It's, I find Australia, I do love commentating on Australia. I think it's one of the easiest sectors to commentate on, because a lot of drivers do put all the practice in. I'm on board at the moment with Quad Duty, who is looking to make a pass on Marina, and LH and Evil Hunter all in there for the mix. Marina on those super soft tyres has not been able to shake any of these 3 drivers at the moment. Absolutely fantastic effort from all 4 of these drivers right now. Yeah, definitely agree with you, Izzy. It's not great to drive on. As Quad Duty looking to, is Quad Duty going to make the move? Is he going to make it stick? I don't think it will stick. Absolutely fantastic effort there by these drivers. Marina and Quad Duty, great battle in between these two. Absolutely fantastic. Marina trying to use as much of these track as he can to defend. Puts himself right now in that middle line. There, Quad Duty taking the inside line. A little bit of squeezing from Marina, but Quad Duty does get it past. But Quad Duty does have to brake a lot harder to make itself get through, as Marina now is looking to be a bit more aggressive now coming out of that. I think these tyres are starting to fade a bit. As you can see, there is a tyre fade on there. Izzy's asking me which my least favourite is. Okay. Gotta think carefully about this one. Right. A little bit of a mistake from Quad Duty there as allowed Marina to get through, but Marina on those older tyres, those old super soft tyres, will have to start thinking about a pit very soon. Well, that's a very good question. It's a really good question. There is a handful of tracks that I do not like whatsoever. Obviously Vietnam, I can't stand. I'm not too fond on. I hate this track as well. I hate USA. I think USA is just what they call a hermetic expulsion, as Marina has jumped into the pits right now, putting on the soft tyres. Let's see how long these soft tyres can go for Quad Duty, Evil Hunter and LH. Where does Marina come out though? Because he will be tumbling down, but he will be like the master of the, well, I would say the leader of the pit strategy at the moment. Oh, there is a long list of bad ones. You know what? I'm gonna go with joint between this track and USA. But then I might change that for when I'm thinking of it. Definitely, I do not. I'll go for this track. This track's my worst. I really don't like it. I don't think it's worthy of being the end race in the F1 calendar. Mid race, yeah, definitely fine. It's like France to me. It can happen. Like it's not the worst track in the world, as in like we're the worst design, but it's got no elevation, it's got no imagination, and that's where I draw the line. As we are looking, we've got this battle here at the front is not changing whatsoever. I'm going to jump on Devil's Nightmare because Devil's Nightmare looks like he is going to try and take Puppy Senior. Now Puppy Senior being a D-pad master now, right? He's a control. So like, let me. You got wheel drivers. And you've got controller drivers, and then you've got Puppy Senior. Now Puppy Senior goes really wide there, just basically opens the door for Devil's Nightmare to get through. So, how can I describe this? He is one of those drivers that he's a unicorn. He's a unicorn of a driver. One of a kind, majestic, absolutely legendary, because he uses that D-pad. They're not what they call digital D-pads. He uses them to drive. Absolutely fantastic and just absolutely bizarre. Absolutely, yeah. That is yeah. Why don't I like Circuit of Americas? Right, okay. While there's not hardly any battles going on here, I'll explain. Right, so if you break down Circuit of Americas down into groups of corners, it's all corners from other tracks, and it bores me. So you got the sharp hairpin. Now that sharp hairpin is very similar way of thinking of what you do with the hairpin at China. As Evil Hunter and LH are battling, or is it Cairo? It's Cairo and LH. Cairo, Evil Hunter and LH all battling now because Quad Duty has managed to get a second gap from Evil Hunter. Fantastic there. So yeah, you've got the hairpin, which is very China-esque. You've got the Sleeping S-Bends, which is like Magnets and Beckett's. It's also like the S-Bends in Bahrain, the S-Bends in Vietnam. So those S-Bends all turn up. There's even got the S-Bends here, which are actually very similar as well. So you've got that, and then you've got the straights, the back-to-back long straights. You've got the Bahrain 10, 9 and 10 and 10, 9 and 10 reverse. After the long straights, you've got the 10, 8 Turkey turn of 17 and 18. So it's just a lot of corners that you see from other circuits all mashed into one. It doesn't look well. It doesn't look great. It doesn't look like it belongs. The only great thing about it does have elevation, which is what it beats this track over. If this track had elevation, it would beat Circuit of Americas, just. But it's just, I'm not a fan of these modern era circuits. Really, I'm really not. I love the old circuits. Give me Imola, give me Portimao, give me Mugello, any day of the week. Give me Nürburgring. Absolutely fantastic. Once you start modernising, like Paul Ricard would be fantastic if they left it as it was. Yeah, add the extension on. I quite like the extension. The Mistral Straight's going a bit longer. I do like it, but leave the outside the way it was. The gravel traps, the grass, the tyre walls at the back. This concrete runoff area, it just bores me. It does not give. It gives the drivers, oh yeah, you know, I can run wide on this because then if I make a mistake, I've got a lot of runoff area to go, and I don't like that idea. So these modern era circuits, they've got to go. They've really just got to go. Enough of my blabbering on about drivers, as Devil Nightmare does make a pass on Tristan. Now Tristan is right behind him, so Tristan will get a good follow up with these corners now. Hopefully Tristan can stay with the battle and maybe make a move. And Reina picks up a 3-second time penalty. Now Reina on the alternate strategy, really close to Puppy Jr. right now. And Puppy Jr. is holding off Reina very well. Puppy Senior on the other side. So Reina on a puppy, Reina is in a puppy sandwich right now. Absolutely fantastic effort from drivers today. Do excuse me while I quench my thirst with a drink. So what? I'm going to jump on board with Reina because I'm just seeing if he's going to get any chances. Don't think so. Now I'm going to jump onto LH because LH and Eva Hunter, that battle is still on. So while I've got a little bit of time here, right? So a little bit about Reina's Racing League for the viewers who are not too sure. So Reina's Racing League has set days of racing. So it's Friday night racing. You've got Sunday F2. You've got Monday night multiplayer, and then it was Wednesday F2 mini series, which ended last Wednesday. I'm not too sure whether there's going to be anything new for Sundays coming up. Obviously, we've got to see how Belgium goes before the next step happens for the F2 series or the Sunday racing at Reina's Racing League. But there is excitement about Monday. Now, Monday is one of those races that you have 5 teams of 4. These have a lead driver and 3 teammates. They all have the same livery, designed by the team leader. Apex makes a move on Psycho Tommy. Are they still in a battle together? They kind of are in the battle. The camera angle was just terrible then. As Apex does go a bit wide there. Tristan picks up a 3-second time penalty. So yet it's points from first to last. 1 point separate each position. So 20 for first, 1 point for 20th. So everybody gets points. What it is then is a team. It's a team scoring point. So whatever team has the most points at the end of the series will win. And the Sims Racer coins are shared between that team. So it focuses on teamwork rather than the whole individual driver ability, which is fantastic. And I'll be honest, I am proper gutted that I'm unable to join the Monday Night multiplayer because I would have really enjoyed that setup. Wednesdays they do have a new thing. It's going to be classic cars. Completely unsure about how exactly it's going to run, but obviously I will find out more information. But as far as I'm aware, there's 3 cars that's selected. I do believe one of them's the Williams. We've got a McLaren and I'll get back to you on that one. There is 3 cars from different eras anyway. I think it's the Brawn. I think it's the McLaren, the Brawn, and the Williams. So it's the 2009 Brawn, the 2010 McLaren, and the 2003 Williams are the chosen cars. Now those cars then are each driver gets to choose which car they want to use for every 3 races. So they go so race 1 they can pick the McLaren, the race 2 they'll pick the Williams, and then race 3 they will have to go with the Brawn. And then once after that race they start again and they can pick whichever one of the 3 they want. We do have Eva Hunter and Cairo jumping into the pits. I think that's a little bit early right now, but that could be different. That could be a different strategy. It takes a while for these tyres to heat up, so it's really the undercut is not a strong performing. But what I'm going to do, I'm going to jump on board with Eva Hunter. Let's see where he comes out. Because if he comes out behind Reina strategy has worked to the way he needs it. Reina is very, very close indeed. Reina has got in front of Eva Hunter. Tristan is in front of Eva Hunter as well. Tristan still needs to pit though. So fantastic move. Reina's strategy has worked against Eva Hunter. Now, whether it works against Quadruti and LH44, that'll be something new. Disappointed there's no RB6. You know, is he? I quite like the RB6. It's a very nice car. I actually, well, I put my suggestions across, and I picked the RB6 as well as the car. I do like that. Compared to the McLaren of the same age, it was the better car for corners. And we've got Magnus saying, evening Magnus. Thank you for joining us. I hope everything's well. Yeah, I'm kind of confused. I'm sort of telling me that you should have been racing today, but obviously you're not here. We're missing 6 drivers. This is I do apologise to the viewers because this doesn't tend to happen a lot. We don't have this little drivers before. I think it's just the fact that a lot of things have come up. There's lockdown being released for UK residents. People are seeing families after a long time. As a battler, Cairo is now up into 8th. Cairo on these super soft tyres will be battling it out. He's got Poppy Jr. and Tristan right in front of him, who both still need to pit. So Cairo could be facing a nice position in 6th if these 2 drivers do pits very soon. We've got Quadruti and LH in the pits. Now Quadruti, I'm going to jump on board with Quadruti because this is where we have to see where Reina's going to come. I don't know. Reina is coming down the start-finish straight. There we go. We're on board with Reina. Quadruti is coming up through here on the left-hand side. Reina, Quadruti, Quadruti gets it! Quadruti just manages to get in front of Reina. Absolutely close stuff there. And what this has done here, right, is that Eva Hunter now up right behind Reina. LH now up behind Eva Hunter. This is made the last 5 laps very interesting. Quadruti is more than likely going to be finishing first. And yeah, absolutely fantastic. I can't believe this is happening right now, right at the end. Eva Hunter manages to do the jump on Reina, which means that the points that Quadruti is going to score won't be as much as what he really wants. But then it also means that Reina is going to keep LH behind for any chance of getting back the lead of the championship. Absolutely fantastic ending to this race. We've got 4.5 laps to go. We're on to lap 12 of 16. Absolutely brilliant. And I don't know where I'm going to be looking at because LH now is looking to get past Reina. This is quite important because if LH gets past Reina, then it will be... Oh, yes. Magnus with a race ban, wasn't it, Magnus? But he's got Belgium. He can't wait for Belgium. Nah, I do like Belgium. If it's on the Wednesday, I will not be able to commentate. I am actually away Wednesday, away from home that day. But I do hope that it could be on Sunday, so I can still commentate. So yeah, at least this race is not Spa because it'd be gutted if anybody misses Spa. LH now looking to get move past Reina. Reina sticking the car exactly where he needs to. I'm on board with LH at the moment as he looks for this overtaking opportunity on Reina on those soft tyres. Reina just got to stick it out there. He's got 4 laps to try and defend as LH looks for the outside, and then the switchbacks is not on. He has got... Does he get DRS? He should get DRS. He does get DRS, which means that Reina has to put himself in a good position. Moves over to the left. This is the defensive move by Reina, but he moves. I do think he's moved over a little bit too early. If he moved over a little bit later, it would have made LH having to think twice about it because he gave him less chance to get past. But that is it. That is LH past Reina. Reina now got Cairo, who is behind him by 1.7 seconds. This is going to be close, really close. I don't know whether Cairo can catch up with Reina, but it does look like that is a possibility because he's brought it down to 1.4 right now. As LH is slowly catching up with Eva Hunter. Eva Hunter needs to start catching up with Quadruti, who is ahead by nearly 3 seconds or over 3 seconds. Magnus really wanted to race. To be honest, Magnus, it would be if you're having a racing ban, it wouldn't be fair if you did race because what you do, you disrupt the flow of the race if you shouldn't be on the track. Cairo with another time penalty, which he's got comfort at the back, but he's got to watch out for the penalty. Let's have a look at the penalty so far. Whoa. Okay, I did not expect that many penalties for some of these drivers. Now, Cairo on 15 seconds worth of penalties, Marina on 11. I wonder where he got the 5 seconds from. Alex on 3. So this is bizarre, really. I've never seen this many seconds for some of these drivers, but Cairo has got 19 seconds lead on Apex at the moment. Apex with a 3-second penalty, but he's got comfort the fact that drivers behind him have also got 3 seconds. Seiko Tobias is also looking to get past them. It'd be quite interesting to see how that ends. So there's another penalty for Apex. Now this is getting a bit tough now, as LH now looking to get past Eva Hunter as they come round turns 8, 9 and 10. Poppy Jr. with a 3-second time penalty. Oh no, the penalties are starting to add up as LH now going really fast now. Could he get... He looks for the inside dirt line there. He could have made it. He could have stuck his nose in there, but he chose not to. He chose to wait. We're on lap 14 of 16. That's 2.5 laps to go right now. As Quad Duty is coming around 16 and 17 now. Got a really comfortable gap behind him to Eva Hunter. Eva Hunter is comfortable because he knows he's got 3-second gap to LH behind him. So all he has to do is just keep it clean. Excuse me. Ben Cardiff right down here in 12th. Hasn't got a penalty. Fantastic driving by Ben Cardiff. I hate the fact that like some of these drivers do miss out on points, but have one of the cleanest races. And Magnus trying to get the commentator curse out. Imagine if Quad Duty spins. He had a half spin earlier, but Eva Hunter gave the place back because I think there was a little bit of contact. LH, is he going to make the move on? No, don't think it was right for him to try and make the move down there, but he will get DRS. He will get him on next straight. It goes a little bit wider, gets the late apex onto the straight. I don't know whether that was the right exit strategy, but let's see. DRS is open. Eva Hunter sitting duck. Is he a sitting duck? Must be quackers if he's going to think he can defend from LH at that range from the corner. LH harsh braking. The switchback does not work for Eva Hunter, but Eva Hunter to exit out of turn 8. Out of turn 9 was quicker as he makes a move onto LH with the DRS and the battle of wheel to wheel. LH decides to slip in behind Eva Hunter, and the battle will happen again next lap round. But as these battle, this gap to Quad Duty just gets bigger and bigger, and Marina is nearly getting taken by Cairo. Cairo with an absolutely outstanding effort today. He has got a lot of penalties on his on him, so he needs to clear Marina and get 4 seconds on Marina to hold 4th, but I don't think that's going to be quite there. Magnus might buy a Fanatec today. Oh, you'd be lucky, mate. Fanatec stopped it's like delivery schedule is all over the place. Some countries are not getting delivered. I'm not too sure about Norway, mate, but hopefully if you do get one, I hope it gets delivered very soon, and you might be able to join the next season with a brand new wheel setup and smashing it. Now I'm going to say hats off to Ben Cardiff right now. He has got no penalties, and he is driving with one of the worst wheels out there. Obviously it's a wheel on a budget. It's an Apex wheel. It's got very, very little force feedback, if any. But the guy is doing fantastically well with the limited resources he can get right now. Obviously, like, everybody has a different budget, so if Magnus is sitting there saying that he's going to get a Fanatec, but then he's competing with drivers like Ben Cardiff, who is driving with an Apex wheel, and Ben Cardiff's not that far behind Magnus really when it comes to ability. He does battle him at times in different leagues, so I think it's all there. I think the skill is there with Ben Cardiff. I think if he got the, if he was ever lucky, if he was ever able to get like a Fanatec wheel or a Thrustmaster T300, he'd smash it. I really do feel he would. So I'm looking at Eva Hunter now. Eva Hunter is behind LH. Now LH has got a bit of a gap on him now. LH looks like LH is slowly going to start closing this gap down to Kuchuti. But Kuchuti is coming around the final bend as he crosses the line and he takes the win at the feature race here at Abu Dhabi Yas Marina. LH comes over in second but gets jumped by Eva Hunter. So LH is third, Eva Hunter second, Reina comes over in fourth, Kyra in fifth, Psycho Tubby comes round, he's going to come round a bit later on, he's got a bit of time to go. Absolutely fantastic effort from... Oh, he's buying a used podium. Fair enough, man. Yeah, you can get some really cracking deals with used parts for Fanatec, because Fanatec at the moment are bringing out new parts. Psycho Tubby is sixth, Apex in seventh. Devil's Nightmare come round in 8th with Tristan and Poppy Jr. and Tristan back behind. It's Devil Nightmare and Poppy Jr. gets 8th. So Devil Nightmare in 9th, Tristan in 10th. Correct Savant comes round and takes 11th with Poppy and Ben Cardiff still to come round the last 2 corners. Poppy on 9-second penalties. I can't fault this guy with the D-pad warrior, the D-pad legend. Absolutely fantastic effort as Ben Cardiff now comes rounds it all off and takes the that last place back from Puppy due to penalties. Now that is an absolute Psycho Tommy driver today. Ooh. I don't know. I think Kojuti had an absolutely excellent race today. Psycho Tubby does deserve the credits for what he's done. It'd be a tough call between Psycho Tubby and Kojuti. Tell you what, viewers, let us know what you think. Obviously, drivers do get a vote at the end, but I'm torn between Psycho Tubby and Kojuti right now for my driver of the day. So I'm going to leave it and see. Well, driver of the race, I'll call it. I'll find out who my driver of the race in the next races, and I'll give it an overall driver of the day for you at the end. But it looks like that is a fantastic race ending there. We have got now the sprint race to come, and is he going for Cairo? Cairo with an absolute excellent effort, holding off 5th. So Kojuti first, Eva Hunter second, LH third, Reina fourth, Cairo 5th, Psycho Tubby 6th, Apex in 7th, Puppy Jr. in 8th, Devil's Nightmare in 9th, Tristan in 10th, Correct Savant in 11th, Ben Cardiff in 12th, Puppy Senior in 13th, Kinzel in DNF in 14th. And I'll be honest, I did not see what happened to Kinzel, how he DNF'd. But yeah, Cairo didn't make any progress, but didn't lose any places either. So fantastic race for him. He was stuck behind the 4 top drivers of the league. So the fact that he's held himself there was fantastic. Also battling with them throughout the race is a fantastic effort. As we are back again for the sprint race. Sprint race is no required pit stop, so you can stick a set of soft tyres and go all the way to the end. It'll be fantastic to see how this goes. We had 16 laps, and so I'm thinking, if I remember rightly, it's going to be like 13 laps, give or take. We'll see in a moment as we do wait for drivers to pick their setups. It looks like we've only got 13 drivers. I think Kinzel is not in that group. Kinzel has dropped out. So formation lap has gone. Oh, he is still there, but his car is ghosted. But so is Poppy's. Yeah, Kinsale is not in the session, so his car will stay at the back there. So Poppy Jr. hold the 11 laps now. 11 laps of Yas Marina, which is not too bad. I think I can cope with 11 laps. So 11 laps with Poppy Jr. taking the lead at the beginning. Apex in second, Psycho Tubby in third, Cairo in fourth. This is the best opportunity for Cairo to score some really good points here. Because what he's got the 4 fastest drivers right behind him. And the 4 drivers that he was in front of him. So he's just got to power through and hopefully he'll be able to get there. So we've got Marina, LH, Evil Hunter, Quadruti, Devil's Nightmare in 9th, Tristan in 10th, Correct Savant in 11th, Ben Cardiff in 12th, Poppy Senior in 13th, Kinsale in 14th, and AI. Absolutely cannot wait to see how this pans out. As we are looking at Poppy Jr. coming around the last few corners. Just waiting for them to come round. So anybody let us know who you think's going to get podium in the sprint race. As like I said, there is no pit stops, so drivers can go all the way if there's no incidents. And so we are just waiting for the drivers to now get themselves back on the grid, get themselves racing again. I do like this view. I hope I get to keep this view. But if you notice that this is the problem with the AI driving. Well, these cars are off on an angle. Watch in a second, it'll reset and they go boom straight. There we go. Look at that. They're all straight now. It's like they've been electrified in that position. So we've got 5 bright lights. They're out, and away we go. And so Poppy Jr. holding off quite well at the front there. He's got Apex has jumped into second, followed by Psycho Tubby and Cairo. Oh, a little bit touching there between the 2 drivers there, Psycho Tubby and Cairo. But I think the 2 drivers are all okay, and there's no damage there. Hopefully not. Cairo slipped down 1 place to behind Psycho Tubby as Marina looks like he's trying to power through. Oh no, sorry, no, sorry, it's a timing glitch again. Let's have a look. Let's see. I'm going to jump on. Poppy Jr. is in the lead. Apex in second. Reina has managed to get up into third. Fantastic start by Reina. As we've got Psycho Tubby in fourth. Evil Hunter is now in fifth. Kara has dropped down to sixth at the moment. LH in seventh. Quadruti in eighth. Devil's Nightmare, Tristan, and Poppy following. Correct Savant, Kinsale, and Ben Cardiff at the back. I wonder if Ben Cardiff had a little spin out or something at the beginning. LH is actually is like the actual LH, so he's basically guaranteed a podium. We'll see. I've seen LH having a few shocking moments when it comes down to the sprint race, so it'll be quite interesting to see how he does. As Reina now is pushed into second. Reina with a fantastic start. Absolute brilliant momentum. He really does need this. He really needs to make this happen, because he is losing out to LH in the championship. He was leading the championship up until just before Belgium, and then it all fell apart from there. But Poppy Jr. absolutely brilliantly taking a big gap at the moment. Poppy Jr. could actually really hold himself off really well here. He's managed to get a huge gap to Reina, and it doesn't look like Reina's catching up at the moment. So Poppy Jr. could have the podium if he continues at this, as we are on lap 2 of 11. This graphic here is not correct. Oh, can't believe it. As Cairo is managed to get back up into fourth. Kyra with a great effort there, get himself into 4th place. He's got Eva Hunter and Reina right in front of him, and he is catching up with them. See, like I am expecting drivers such as LH and Quad Duty to get through. Quad Duty drops down to 9th. Psychotobi, Devil's Nightmares drops to 7th. Devil's Nightmares had a good start again. Let's see how it holds off. So this gap between Reina and Puppy Jr. has maintained at 2.5 seconds. But I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to do to leader. As you can see, it's not changing. That's not changing. So it looks like they're both at the same pace at the moment. So you can see there's like where the battles are. The battles is here at the middle. As Quad Duty is looking to get past Psychotobi as they go in on the inside. Psychotobi not squeezing Quad Duty a little bit too much there, I would say. But luckily there's no damage, which means we can continue racing without any issue. Quad Duty is faster than Psychotobi, but Psychotobi does have track position, so Psychotobi will want a fair fight for that last points place. As Devil's Nightmare slides out, and there was a clear collection between Devil's Nightmare and Psychotobi. Now Psychotobi will have wing damage. Yeah, he's got plate damage there, unfortunately, but he stays out. Eva Hunter picking up the fastest lap so far with 151.9. So this there is now Reina is starting to close this gap down to Puppy Jr., but it's not better by much. It's just by a few tenths so far, but there is coming down steadily. So we could see a battle for the first place very soon. Hopefully Puppy Jr. can pull out and keep that battle alive all the way to the end, as LH is all over the back, the other Univitosi of Apex. Absolutely fantastic. So, on board now with LH, you can see Psychotobi at the back is closing in a bit as he does make the move past Apex. Can Apex get back? Apex holds off, but he will get DRS. There we go, DRS is there, but everybody looking at the DRS train. Let's have a look, we've got Quad Duty now, who is back up into 8th. He is looking to make the move on these drivers. Oh! A little bit of contact there. And Quad Duty loses the end plate there with a little collision there with one of the drivers. Loses a place to Tristan. That's really unfortunate, that is, for Quad Duty's race, because Quad Duty needs to be up there with Evil Hunter to make his last win, significantly helping his chance of 3rd place win, 1st place in the championship, as Evil Hunter is battling wheel to wheel with Reina. Absolutely fantastic here from these two drivers, the two admins. Quad Duty with 5-second penalty for speed in the pit lane, and he retires from the session. That's absolutely unfortunate. It's not something that we like to see. We don't like seeing drivers retire, but that's Quad Duty to retiring in the pit lane due to minor contact with Psychotobi, which gave him a bit of end plate damage, and now he could actually lose out his 3rd place championship battle with Evil Hunter now, depending where Evil Hunter does finish. Reina does get past Puppy Jr. there, going into turns 8 and 9, and now Puppy Jr. has to defend Evil Hunter. The DRS does help Puppy Jr. all the way up as he closes the gap. A little bit of a reckless overtaking move by Evil Hunter. Very, very aggressive move there by Evil Hunter. Absolutely bizarre how that happens. I don't understand why drivers would go and stick themselves in a dive bomb like Eva Hunter did at 10:11. But that is now Puppy Jr. all the way down to 9th. So that from being sitting on the pole position for the majority of the first 5 laps, gets pipped by Marina nicely in the chicane, and then gets beaten out of position by Eva Hunter, which opens the door for Kyra. Kyra now sitting in 3rd. Kyra looking comfortable in that position as we're on lap 5 of 11. So what Eva Hunter's doing is he's trying to be as aggressive as he can to keep up with Marina. He needs to get he wants this win over Marina. He really does. We've got Cairo sitting there. He does have a penalty, but hopefully he'll be able to keep that gap there to LH, because LH is stuck at that 3-second gap there to Cairo. Cairo doing really well. Hopefully he'll be able to get into the mix with the front 2 to battle for a better podium position. But LH just seems to be losing a bit there. He's lost a bit of his pace. Has he lost a bit of wing? Because he seems like he's going quite slow. Yes, LH has actually got a 3-second time penalty now, which basically helps Cairo. But he also has got a bit of wing damage, which means that he's actually got Cairo has actually got a good chance of holding 3rd place. And Mr. Poley, fine job on comms, says this observer. Thank you very much, Mr. Poley. If you wanted to, you could come and join us if you really wanted. Mr. Poley commentates on the Friday night racing. If you ever do get a chance, do tune in to it. It's a very different perspective to a commentator like myself, but still very, very entertaining. Very great job he does indeed. Very, very funny at times, even though he thinks he's just being him, which is absolutely brilliant. So we've got penalties galore now up and down the grid. So we've got Marina, Tristan, Correxavon, Puppy, Kinzel, sorry, who have not got penalty. Ben Carter picked up a penalty, unfortunately. He had one race without the penalties, now he has another race with penalties. It's unfortunate. So that'll be bizarre. I doesn't say Mr. there. I'm sorry, Sir Roland Poley. Oh, sorry, sir. Sorry, sir. Oh, so sorry, sir. So sorry, sir. I do apologise for saying Mr. Poley rather than Sir Poley. Let me know how. Let me know what you got knighted for. That'd be it'd be quite interesting to find out. Is it an OBE, MBE? An OBJ, probably. Just throwing that out there. We've got Tristan now, who is looking to get a pass. Oh, Psycho Tubby. Psycho Tubby has already got 1 kill on his list today, as he took out Quad Duty. Little bit of a joke. I don't know what the incident really was like that. I think it was just a bit wheel to wheel. Quad Duty lost a bit of wink. Evil Hunter has maimed 1 driver. Trying to make sure he stays with Reina, but unfortunately with penalties it just means that he's just not going to get that win. Let's have a look. Penalties. Kyra with 6 second penalties. Now what Kyra needs to do now is really buckle down. He's got the gap behind him to the to LH to cover that, but I want to see him do really well. I want to see him get higher than 3rd. It'd be fantastic to see if he can do that. We've got the tyres at the moment. Everybody is 6 laps on the soft tyres. I don't see anybody pitting for anything other than... well, I don't see anybody pitting at all unless somehow a safety car comes up. But with this list few drivers, I can't see an incident really happening unless we do get a dangerous overtake from a driver. As Cairo is trying to go past Eva Hunter. Cairo is, I don't know what he's had for breakfast today, but he seems to be on fire right now. He really has had these Weetabix today, really has. Be fantastic to see him do really well against the likes of Eva Hunter. Now Reina, I wouldn't say he's comfortable, but he has got a cushion behind him. He's now broke the 1 second gap as Devil's Nightmare has picked up a 3 second time penalty, which gives a bit of a breathing space to Tristan. And also gives Puppy Jr. a chance to go, he's got a penalty now, let's go for it, let's see if I can make a move and get that last point place. Correct Savant with a clean race at the moment. Could be jumping these drivers at the end of the race due to penalties. So if Correct Savant does keep it clean, which I do hope he does, he will be jumping up. Kinsel Style still not with us today. Ghosted out. Reina unable to break that 1 second gap really. Cairo needs Reina to break that 1 second gap, so Cairo can get the overtake done on Eva Hunter. So come on Reina, if you've got to help Cairo out, you've got to break that gap. As LH now is starting to pick up pace. He's at the 3 second gap now. So he's picked up the pace, he's started to catch him back up again. This is because Cairo is going to be battling with Eva Hunter at the moment, as Eva Hunter has managed to close in on Reina. It's very, very tense stuff now as we're coming up to the end of lap 8. The end of lap 8, which means we will have 3 laps to go. 3 laps are a big things can change in that, as Correct Savant has jumped up into 9th. Devil's Nightmare having an issue maybe because he's lost 2 places, because Puppy Jr. is now in 8th. Tristan all over the back of Sega Tubby. Can he stay there? As we've got a yellow flag. Puppy with a 3 second time penalty. I wonder why there is a yellow flag. I don't know. Maybe driver gone offline at one point. Correct Savant sitting there in 9th at the moment with no penalties. Between him and Reina are the only drivers without penalties, as we can see. Now, Devil's Nightmare with a 5 second time penalty for speeding in the pit lane, and he retires from the session. So we're down to 11 drivers. One more out, and we only have 10. Oh, sorry, 3 more out, and we'll be. Everybody will get points. I almost was thinking about a normal race then. But we're Eva Hunter now looking to get past Reina. Eva Hunter on the outside. Can he make it happen? Squeeze a little bit. Eva Hunter gets a really good exit through that corner, but Reina does have the inside line. He will get a good line through turn 17. A little bit of squeezing from Reina. That's a tough corner to go side by side through. And Cairo is in the battle. Cairo looking to get past Eva Hunter, unfortunately unable to do so. Reina with a 3 second time penalty. What this does? A little bit of a touch in there. Has any wing damage? No wing damage to Cairo, so this is still on. We've got 2 laps left to go. 2 lap shootouts for the front 3 drivers. All of them with penalties. But what are the penalties? Have they got? Cairo 9 seconds. So that means Cairo will not be sitting on the podium. He will be losing a lot of time. He could even drop that out. Oh, he's losing it. He's losing it. Cairo almost lost it, saved himself, does pick up damage, but he will be out of the podium due to the fact that the penalties, and LH has managed to close that gap up very, very quickly. Now LH on the podium, as Izzy said, LH will get podium. Unfortunately, he's going to get podium over the guy that you were cheering on from the beginning. But absolutely everybody with penalties. It's not what we want to see. It really isn't. I've got it quiet there because I was just thinking what I could possibly say next. As LH does make it happen past Cairo on circuit. Now, both of these drivers do have damaged wings. So now the fact that both of them got damaged wing, LH has used that as momentum to get past. And yeah, typical Izzy. Typical Izzy. But I've got to say, Cairo, absolutely fantastic race. Again, holding his position, really. What he needs to do now is just cover off, try and see if he can get a bit more pace and cover off the. He's quite make sure that Apex doesn't get within 6 seconds. Or Apex has picked up a 3-second time penalty, so it doesn't matter. He's got this now. Cairo is going to finish 4th. Very good. 5th in race 1, 4th in race 2. Fantastic effort from Cairo. Marina out in the lead right now, looking like he's going to have this win. A win that he desperately needed. As we are on the final lap, final time we're going to see Marina going through the chicane. Final time we're going to see him to go around the hairpin. And the final time we're going to see him to go down the straight. But this straight is where Evil Hunter could cause an upset right now. LH could cause an upset for Evil Hunter as well. As the DRS is out there, but Marina, I managed to hold off a very respectable time difference there. And I don't know what to say anymore now. It's like everything I can say has been said. As Tristan does get past Psycho Tubby. Wheel-to-wheel battle between these two drivers, and Tristan makes it happen, makes it stick, and Puppy Jr. is looking to join in with the battle as well. As we are on the final lap, so this is anything can happen really, as these drivers are going down the second DRS straight. Psycho Tubby looking to go past, a little bit of wheel-to-wheel barging there between the two drivers. Cairo with a 3-second top. Cairo, he's picked up. He needs to make sure he's got 6 seconds behind him for Apex. So as we come Marina now, coming around for the last couple of bends now. And then we have it, Marina in first, Evil Hunter second, LH in third. Cairo will take 4th. Apex around in 5th. We've got Psycho Tubby, Puppy Jr. They're all battling out right now. Puppy Jr. looking to get 6th. Puppy Jr. with a fantastic recovery drive after getting taken out. But so Tristan is 6th. Puppy Jr. 7th. Correct Savant rounding off the points in 8th. Great attempt race by Correct Savant. We've got Psycho Tubby in 9th. Puppy in 10th. With Ben Cardiff rounding it all off at the end in 11th. Cairo said even if Cairo, what a drive you've had in both races, my friend. Thank you for joining us and putting a comment. We have had someone who was cheering you on as well, so we're glad to see that you got some good results there. Just waiting for Ben Cardiff to come across the line because Kinzel is ghosted out. Absolutely fantastic effort from all drivers that finished it. Absolutely brilliant. So here we go. Let's final run through of our podium. So our Sim Racer Coin sprint race winner at Abu Dhabi is Marina. And look at that. I think Marina needs some skipping lessons. I do think I think it's bizarre that some of the celebrations of some of these drivers do choose is absolutely bonkers. Would not have expected Marina to be a skipper. Maybe a bit of swagger or jumper, maybe, but never a skipper. As we are run down the last session here, we have got Marina in first, Eva Hunter in second, LH in third, Cairo in fourth. We've got Apex in fifth, Tristan in sixth, Puppy Jr. in seventh, Correct Savant in eighth. Well done to Correct Savant. I've got a bit. Joe did really well there. Psycho Toby in ninth. We've got Puppy in 10th. Ben Cardiff in 11th. We have Kinzel in 12th. Devil's Nightmare in 13th. Cut Duty in 14th. Last three drivers did not finish. Kinzel didn't even start. Let's just go with that. So that is the end of this session. Thanks very much for everybody who's joined us. Well done to all our podium sitters, and well done to the two winners of both races. Okay, please stay tuned and keep an eye on the channel to see the next race, which will be Belgium. Obviously, with the re-race at Belgium, I'm not too sure exactly when it's going to be, whether it's going to be next Sunday or it could possibly be on Wednesday. If it's on Wednesday, I will not be able to join you. But if it is on a Sunday, I should be able to do it with DXT Hobo. Please tune in for Raina's Racing League on Monday tomorrow night for Monday night multiplayer. Tune in on Wednesdays soon for the classic races. Then we've got Friday night racing, where you see the best of the F1 taking on realistic cars. Yeah, realistic cars with custom setups. It's an absolutely outstanding way to actually see how some of these drivers race. Like drivers like LH, given a lower rated car, still battling out with the Mercedes at the front. It's fantastic to see. The race was sponsored by SimRacer Coin. If you wanted any more information, either drop me a message, drop Raina a message, find out about it, or we could direct you to a resource, or you could just check it up on Google. It will come up there. It tells you everything about it and where you can trade it and what their prospective plans are. Thank you very much for joining me. You can catch me again very soon with the DXT team on Thursday for racing DXT. On the T&E side, tea time on Friday, and more T&E racing with myself and Hobo on Saturday. Hopefully we'll be back again soon, and bid you all good night and wish you all well. Again, tomorrow we'll be with Sir Poley, so make sure you tune in. It'll be an absolutely fantastic spectacle to watch. I will wish you all good nights, and we'll see you again soon. Goodbye.